poppin'? It's your boy, Coach Scubar of the Jellicent Jams, here with the finals of our first ever Dynasty season. Um, Before we begin, I'd just like to give a huge shout out and a huge thank you to Coach Schoolboy for coming up with this idea for running and organizing it. I think I speak on behalf of everybody saying we had a great time playing this season, and we're all looking forward to Season 2 of Dynasty. Yeah, getting back into the finals here, it's the Jellicent Jams versus the Daly City Dragonites, number 1 seed versus number 3 seed. Coach Scubar versus Coach Robbier here. Coach Robbier and the Daly City Dragonites, they consist of Calyrex, Ice Rider, Ursaluna Blood Moon, Comfy, Porygon 2, Hariyama, Breloom, Wordier, Ludicolo, Volcanion, and Toadzacruel versus the Jellicent Jams of Lunala, Urshifu Single Strike, Ursaluna, Diancie, Salamence, Blastoise, Magmortar, Scizor, Toxtricity, and Meganium. Congrats to both teams for making to the finals, and here, let's have a good one. You can see the Jellicent Jams this week. We're bringing Lunala, Urshifu Single Strike, Ursaluna, Diancie, Magmortar, and Cybertron, the Scizor, versus Hariyama, Toadzacruel, Volcanion, Breloom, Ice Rider, Calyrex, and Ursaluna Blood Moon. These were 5 of the 6 mons I predicted. I believe I had the Comfy over the Breloom. But between Safety Goggles and Flame Orb, I'm not too worried about the spores here. I can see a huge flying weakness in this team right here, so I've got dual Wing Beat Terra Flying on the Scizor. So that's what I'm thinking, at least I want to start with for next to Follow Me Magmortar, just to start doing some damage. It's also a Vital Spirit Magmortar because of so I can't be put to sleep. So anyways, that's enough. Here we go into the finals. Good luck, have fun to my opponent, and here we are. Leading off from the Daly City Dragonites, Breloom and Hariyama versus Scizor and Magmortar. So Fake Out does have the higher priority over Follow Me. Hariyama goes for the Fake Out into the Scizor. Follow Me from the Magmortar. Redirects the Spore from the Breloom, and a prime example of the Vital Spirit. That's why we're not Flame Body this week. Scizor flinches, and that's alright, and we revealed a Flame Orb on the Hariyama, telling us it's the Gut set. So that's pretty scary. That Hariyama's now going to be outputting a lot of damage, and we need to get rid of it quick. So, go for the Follow Me here, and then a dual Wing Beat into the Hariyama. They go for another Spore, but again, because the Vital Spirit. And dual Wing Beat just barely misses the KO. You can see the burn will knock it out, but it means Hariyama lives, so it was able to take out Magmortar. And we'll end the turn trading 1 for 1. I also need to figure out the item on this Breloom, whether it is Focus Sash or Loaded Die. Could even be a Life Orb. So this was my blunder here. This was my mistake. I should have sent out Lunala here, because I would have been able to take the Spore with the Safety Goggles, Ice Beam with Breloom, and then go for a close combat into the Ursaluna or dual Wing Beat into the Breloom and Ice Beam the Ursaluna. So this was my mistake here, yeah, sending out Ursaluna this time instead of Lunala. Out of the Protect comes out from Breloom, and Protect comes out from Ursaluna because if I'm burned, I can't be put to sleep, so that's just what I want to ensure. The Protect comes, the dual Wing Beat goes into Protect, and the Blood Moon comes out into my Protect, so pretty lackluster turn. The only thing is I get my Flame Ore activated, so I can now not be put to sleep. We do notice how Breloom does outspeed Scizor. And I made this Ursaluna minimum speed in case Robbier decided to set up Trick Room. So I go for the Bullet Punch here because I know the Spore is going to be coming out into Breloom. So I want to break its Focus Sash. It still doesn't have, which is awesome. But out comes the Spore into the Scizor. Ursaluna goes for the Blood Voice. And the Facade does 90% to Ursaluna. Blood Moon. So I just kind of want to stall a turn of sleep here, so I just go for the Protect. Now comes the Mach Punch into Scizor. I'm asleep. Maybe in hindsight I shouldn't have bullet pushed, so I would take first turn of sleep last turn, and that way I would have a chance to wake up. But Robbier correctly predicted me to Protect with Ursaluna, and then he doubles up into the Scizor. So out comes Lunala now. And you can see this is my mistake here because I wanted Terra to avoid take less damage, but because of that backspace, I don't actually Terra. You can see I wanted to Terra, and a super effective bullet gets into me, so which reveals it is the loaded die. And it might have been a roll like in the 4 or 5, because I was just above half HP. And this is where also my speed came to hurt me, because I should have just Ice Beamed with Lunala. I shouldn't have set up Tailwind. Now you can just see, yeah, I realized. So I made a couple mistakes this turn one. I sent out Ursaluna first, and I wanted to send out, I should have sent out Lunala. It didn't Terra right. I didn't Terra my Ursaluna right there when I should have. So possibly did. And then this Tailwind here, when my Ursaluna still won't outspeed under Tailwind because we're going speed. But the Earth Power comes off into Lunala as he reveals his 4th mon being Calyrex Shadow. So I'm like just seeing it. Oh, yeah, and then yeah, he gives me the KO into Ursaluna. Lance comes out. And Robbier wins game 1 in a very convincing 1-0. So, yeah, I realized, in the moment I had realized the one mistake of sending out Ursaluna when I sent out Lunala. And I guess the Terra as well, but I'm looking back now and I'm realizing that Tailwind was not the move. Lunala was the fastest thing on the field. I should have just gone for the Ice Beam into the Breloom and then that way I would have been able to target the Ursaluna. And I mean, I don't know if their Ursaluna would have been able to attack, go for my Ursaluna. Anyways, we're here with game 2. I just paused and I restarted the recording once we were back here because Robbier actually realized his Calyrex only had Glacial Lance and Protect, which it's funny, that's all it needed. So that's all it needed for game 1. But yeah, so I'm focusing back up for game 2 here, and I'm thinking, alright, yeah. Speed control is much more important. He's not going the Trick Room route. And just with how slow Ursaluna was, I decided to bring Urshifu this time. And also seeing that he just doesn't have Kung Fu makes me feel a lot better about bringing Urshifu. So I'm focused up now, and I'm like, alright, so he's got a lead change here too. So he's coming out with Hariyama, Volcanion versus my Lunala and Magmortar. Now this is actually the biggest problem for my team, was this Volcanion. I was super worried about how I was going to deal with this Volcanion. So what you can see is I have Thunderbolt on Magmortar exactly for this reason. So I'm like, you know what? I'm like, you can't fake me out with either of them because I'm going to overkill on Magmortar. So I just want to double up into this Volcanion. I just want to get it out, and I want to get it off the field. So I Moongeist Beam, and I Thunderbolt. Push the two together, pick up the KO. Knockoff comes out. It's pre-Guts boosted, and it's with Shadow Shield. If it was Guts boosted, that's a one-hit KO, which is a hindsight to me. I should have maybe Terra there. Oh no, he didn't Guts boost, so I guess it's not going to. So out comes the Calyrex Shadow, or not Calyrex Shadow, Calyrex Ice Rider here. And now I'm not too worried about this Hariyama yet, because I know I've got dual Wing Beat in the back for Scizor. So I want to stop it from setting up Trick Room, which is why I've got Taunt. And then was also just going to see, you know, just get some good damage into it. But he goes for a great move, he goes for Protect. Knowing I'd want to target up into his Calyrex, just a great Protect, and he gets the close combat off into my Magmortar, as we know is a 1-hit KO. Which is fine. I knew I would be trading one of the my Mons there by not going after this Hariyama. I love Hariyama, it's one of my favorite Mons of all time. It's I remember using it 2014. And I love Hariyama. Great pickup by Robbier. And so out comes Scizor now, which I feel really comfortable about, because again, I've got the dual Wing Beat, I've got Knockoff, and he's got no flying resist on his team, so he needs to Terra out of this to live this. So we see the Terra come out. Onto the Calyrex Ice Rider, and it's Terra fighting, and I see this, and I'm already thinking about game 3, I'll be honest. I'm just like, nice, because of dual Wing Beat on Scizor, exactly. So Moongeist Beam comes out, you can see it does just under half, and here is where I lose all momentum, because dual Wing Beat is a 90% accurate move. I miss the Hariyama, and the Hariyama actually KOs my Scizor. Alright, so we would have been trading 1-for-1 here. I would have taken out his Hariyama, he would have taken out my Lunala. And yeah, as long as Scizor was on the field, like, I was feeling pretty good, but it's not necessarily, like, I'm not saying it's a guaranteed win, but it would have been Urshifu Scizor versus his fourth pawn in the back, which we will see what it is. But anyways, yeah, so Urshifu comes out here versus two fighting types now, and what he's got in the back, there's not really too much I can do. So, Wicked Blow is not going to do anything, so I just go for the tear here. I'm focused Sash, so I know I'll live one hit. You don't see any protects come out. Because let's see, if it was Urshifu, Scizor versus Calyrex, and his last mon, which is being revealed here, is Blood Moon Ursaluna. I would have close. He's already Terra the Calyrex, so he can't Terra the Ursaluna, and he can't protect the Ursaluna because I'm an Urshifu. So I would close combat the Ursaluna, and then I would dual wing beat the Calyrex. Assuming you maybe even protect the Calyrex. So he goes for the Earth Power and the Glacial Lance here to pick up the KO onto Urshifu after he's already set up Trick Room to take game 2 2-0 to win the finals 2-0. So much congrats to Robbier and the Daly City Dragonites. A well-earned, well-deserved win. I'll be coming again for it in Season 2 of Dynasty. Thanks to everyone who played this season. Coach Scubar and the Jellicent Jams. Over and out.